how does it feel to be on the cover of Health and Nutrition?
Amazing.
Alright. When you were 25, you were called hot. And till date, at this age, you're still called hot. How does it feel?
It feels good. I mean, appreciation is always welcome. I like it.
And even at this age, that level of...
What is this age? There's no this age.
No age.
Yeah. It's always the same. I still feel 22, 25, okay. I still feel 25, I still feel amazing. Yeah, and I get the same kind of appreciation. And I think whatever I've done with my life, it's paid off.
Reportedly, it said that you were never really fond of running before.
Yeah.
So when did this whole, passion for running come?
So I've always been interested in sport. I started swimming competitively at the age of 9 at the national level. But running was something that I thought about, because I always had this idea of running a marathon since I was a kid, because of the whole mystique around just the word marathon. And when the Mumbai Marathon was announced in 2003, I said I should do it. It's because it's in my city. And I did the half marathon in the first edition. Next Sunday, of course, is my 15th Mumbai Marathon.
Superb.
Yeah. So it was, I only did that because I had this dream and I said, now it's come to the city, I must do it. But when I did the half marathon, it was like a kind of revelation to me. Something that I thought that would be so tough to run 21 kilometers at a stretch was actually so simple. So the lesson was that, so many things in my life that I would have thought I couldn't do or would be difficult or tough, similarly, would actually be easy if I prepared enough for them.
So how was your entire journey, like from modeling to getting into running marathons? How would you describe it?
Well, it was fun. I can't remember how much fun.
Any experiences?
Yeah, that's the thing. I can't remember. But I've always done things that I enjoyed. I don't push myself just because I think I'm going to get something out of it or it will lead somewhere else. If I like it at that moment, I do it. So modeling was, again, something I didn't plan. Somebody just approached me for a photo shoot. And I came from a sports background, so it was a completely new world for me. I met Rohit Bal, Tarun Tahiliani for the first time, really weird people. And I said, who are these guys? I mean, they're so strange. And it was very interesting for me to be there. So it wasn't about, there was no fame at that time, no money, but just a new world to explore. And suddenly it became big. It was just the beginning of the fashion industry in the country. So very quickly it became big. And then it was fun. We were traveling all over the world, showing Indian fashion. So it was fun.
All right. Thank you so much for answering my questions. I'd now like to throw the floor open to the media. Please raise your hands.
Milind sir, let me congratulate you for getting married.
I'm not married yet. Oh, the first time? That was in 2006?
No, the
Second time, not married yet.
Okay. It's in the offing.
In the offing. It's always in the offing. Till it happens. I was also engaged once. The marriage didn't happen.
Please tell us something about your mountaineering TV show that is very popular.
It was an interesting concept. When the BBC India Worldwide approached me to shoot this, I immediately said yes because it was based on a trek to Everest Base Camp, and that is something that I knew I was going to enjoy because I love the mountains, I like trekking, I like being outdoors. And the concept itself was interesting because there were 6 people who I was going to host, to mentor, and 3 out of them were smokers. So it was actually an anti-smoking campaign, which I am, very pro. That I think that we should all talk about the ill effects of smoking, and this entire show is based on that. It's about conquering the mountain within. Any challenges that you face in your mind, in your psyche, they're more difficult to face than any outdoor challenge.
You have been a part of many Hindi successful films also. Like
Which?
16 December, Turkey.
Yes, yeah.
So,
Turkey was not successful.
So, why is it that we don't see much of you on Hindi screen?
I don't get any offers. If I did, I would probably find some interesting and do them, which I do. I did Chef last year and Bajirao a couple of years ago. But yeah, I would like it if more directors would come forward with interesting roles. It would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much was it for you challenging was it for you?
It was very tough. It was very, very tough. So I stopped smoking 15 years ago. And it's very difficult. You don't realize like how tough it is. I think I'm mentally very strong, very disciplined. I've been fit all my life. But smoking is so addictive. It's also acceptable socially. And it's also accessible. Every street corner. You know, people at that time, in fact, because cigarettes were much cheaper then, everybody was offering cigarettes to everybody else. That thankfully has stopped because cigarettes have gone up more than, I think, 10 times or 20 times in the price. But still, the most, what people don't realize is the addictive nature of smoking. Everybody thinks that they can stop whenever they want, but it's not true.
You run barefoot for your marathon runs, so how do you manage to do that?
But it's something I enjoy. It's not something that was forced on me. After running for 8 or 9 years with shoes, I just wanted to experiment and see, you know, what the natural way of running felt like. And it feels amazing. I mean, I know people are a little surprised, actually shocked about it, but it really feels wonderful to have your feet connect with the earth.
Okay. Milind, hi. You've been associated with Bollywood, and now that we see that everyone is into fitness, so if you could name one male actor or female
I just
actor
did that.
you think-
You want
No,
to
that's the difference.
because I might give them different answers. I don't know. I told you. Well, say it again.
So yeah, if you have associated with Bollywood, so everyone's into fitness right now. So you would like to name a male actor or any female actor whom you think has the fittest body.
Akshay Kumar. Yeah, Akshay Kumar.
And also,
And the girl I said was. Yeah. Who? No. Okay, Akshay Kumar.
Akshay Kumar. And no female actresses.
I think it is Deepika. Deepika. Katrina?
No.
Yeah, Deepika.
Deepika. Okay. And there have been various controversies about your marriage, so if you like to clear the air once and for all.
What's the question?
That you're getting married to Ankita.
To a 15-year-old girl.
I like to correct 18.
Well, actually, she's 26.
Yeah.
That's what she's told me. And we have discussed marriage, yes.
When are you getting married?
No date yet, but we have discussed it, and I would be quite happy to get married.
Milind, so why do you feel that our swimmers are not happening on the international
Swimmers? We don't have swimming pools. You know, we need swimming pools for people to train. Like in Delhi, if you see, Delhi has such great swimmers, but their swimming pools are shut for 4 months in a year. How can they train? You know, we need more heated pools. We need more pools. Even Bombay doesn't have enough swimming pools for swimmers. I mean, the pool where I learned to swim, the Mahatma Gandhi swimming pool, had 30,000 members. So even if you were a member, there would be no space. So it's difficult.
Yes?
Hi Milind, we are all trying to know that how do you manage to still look like 30? Can you give us a secret?
You look like 30 when you're actually.
53.
I didn't mention that.
Nobody wanted to know. I've always been interested in my own health. So it's not just physical health, but it's also mental health, emotional well-being. And it is a priority for me. So if I feel that I'm in a position that causes discomfort to me mentally or emotionally, I move away from that. And I've had that attitude since I was a child. So I don't put myself in situations that cause me stress. And if I do, then I try to deal with it very positively. That is also a priority with me. Any situation that I'm in, I make an attempt to deal with it positively. I think that keeps you young.
Yes?
Milind, what is your BMI?
I don't know. What is BMI? Base?
Body
Mass Index. Oh, it's good. I don't know what it is.
How did the idea of Pinkathon struck you? Marathon for women?
So I had been running for many years, and I saw that running was really picking up in the country, and which is surprising in a country which has no culture of sport or exercise or fitness. Running was becoming really popular, and you've seen it now. And not only that, there were running events almost in every town, every city. But the participation of women was really low, about 5 or 6%. And when you look at the US, and similar things happened in the early 70s when running started to become popular, women thought for some reason that this is for men, exercise is for men, running is for men. And they started women's running events, even in the US, which we think is a very liberalized kind of attitude, country with that kind of attitude. But today in the US, up to the half marathon, the participation of women is 60%, 20% more than men. So I wanted to see what would happen here if we created a space only for women, because there were some obvious reasons why women were not participating. One of them was the intimidation, because when you have thousands and thousands of men, it becomes a little difficult for the woman to go there and feel comfortable. Even the families to be comfortable sending their women into that kind of a space. So we thought, if we create this, would women who were not sportswomen or not comfortable with going out to events like this be comfortable enough to participate? And they did, in a very, very big way. So Pinkathon became really, really popular. I mean, last year we did it in 8 cities, about 70,000 women participated. So, yeah.
Milind sir, your mother tongue is Marathi, but
Yes.
we have not seen much of you in Marathi cinema.
I got my first award for acting in a Marathi film called Nagrik last year.
Milind, hi.
Yeah, hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
It took me so long to ask a question because I was busy just looking at you.
How sweet. Thank you.
What's your style statement? Most of the time you are, seen
In the
dressed-
Pinkathon t-shirt.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
not Pinkathon specifically.
This is
In casual wear,
casual. I think it reflects the way I see myself. I don't take myself very seriously. I'm a casual kind of person. And I'm talking about with the way I am with myself. In certain ways, I'm very, very rigid, because I don't compromise on certain things, like my health, for example. But otherwise, I don't take myself seriously. If I have certain opinions, people are free to come and try and change them. So I think my style reflects that. It's very fluid, very casual, very comfortable.
Milind sir, what do you think of the gymming six-pack? They're lately been very popular nowadays. What do you think of that?
I don't really think about it, but I don't have a six-pack. I've never had a six-pack. Everybody thinks I've had a six-pack, but I never did.
Most of the leading stars.
They do, because it looks nice. It does look nice. It is the kind of ideal body for a film, or for something that like a sculpture. It's seen as an ideal. I don't really prescribe to that for like a regular person. I've never paid much attention to my body. It's more about how I feel. And because I really like challenging myself physically, my body has kind of stayed the same way. Like my weight has not changed for 35 years, since the age of 18, now I'm 53. So, I've been exactly the same weight, the same shape, and yeah.
Last two questions, please.
Milind, has Ankita realized what a hottie boyfriend she's got?
Oh, of course. She keeps telling me how amazing I am. It's true. She does.
Yes.
And she's amazing as well. I must say that. Yeah.
You have completed world's most challenging swimming and cycling and running.
It's called a triathlon.
What?
Triathlon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have been titles like Iron Man and Ultraman. So what's next? And do you still go to Shivaji Park Gymkhana running barefoot? Because I have seen you. I have bunked my lectures and I have seen you.
Very bad. Bunking your lectures. Not good. Not good. Are you still bunking your lectures? Oh, you're out of college now.
Bad influence on kids.
I know. Oh, I got arrested for that once. I got arrested for being a bad influence on kids.
I can believe that.
Yeah. But the Iron Man and Ultraman were... so like I said, I like to challenge myself. It's fun. So that when I turned 50, I was looking for a challenge, something to celebrate with, and that's why I did Iron Man. And Ultraman was just, again, so you've done Iron Man, what next? So I did Ultraman. And I think after that, maybe the double Iron Man would be interesting to do. It's really crazy. It's not good for health. Let me say it. It's really not good for health. What exercise and sport really do is they open the mind. They really affect the mind much more positively than they affect the body. Sometimes it's harmful for the body, but for the mind, it's a liberating experience.
Last question, please.
Milind, tell us about your future endeavors. Like, what films are you working on? Or
No films. Right now.
thank you.
Okay, before we end the unveiling, we have the winners of the Geo Digital Health Contest, Sudha Saha and Ravindra Kumar. Please
Get up and take it.
Do I live?
So they know
What time?
I ran this morning
we are
also.
all ready to come for to go and see Milind.
After 5:30?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being present here.
Thank you.
Your mobile, okay.
Come.
I'm not standing next to
Yes,
them.
so you go that side of
No,
the
I need
अरे दोनों लंबा के
No, Andy, I'm not moving from here. So you go that side.
Thank you.
Bye.